I'm back to talk about one of the year's biggest horror films, Longlegs. So Longlegs, it gave us some good memes and some weird debates online, but it gave us a lot more than that. So let's get into what really makes Longlegs worthy of the hype. Some horror films grab you, but Longlegs, it pulls you under. Director Osgood Perkins crafted something here that's more than a simple horror story. It's an eerie, immersive experience. Imagine being slowly absorbed into a world that feels ready to swallow you whole. That's the effect Perkins creates with Longlegs, and it's just haunting. When I watched the movie on opening weekend, like so many people did, it stuck with me in a way few films often do. And just recently, the trailer dropped for Perkins' next movie, The Monkey, a Stephen King adaptation, and that trailer brought all those memories of watching Longlegs flooding back. If The Monkey has even a fraction of the atmospheric weight of Longlegs, we're in for another dark, unsettling, fucked up ride. But back to Longlegs, this film is something special. And not only because it gives us an entirely new flavor of gonzo weirdness from the Ghost Rider himself, Nicolas Cage. Longlegs plants itself in your brain and lingers with its unsettling, creepy, one-of-a-kind vibe. In my view, it deserves to be part of the Oscar conversation, even if the Academy has a history of sidelining horror movies, genre movies, unless you're Silence of the Lambs or Joker. So what makes Longlegs Oscar-worthy? It's definitely not a tidy, coherent plot. The storyline is loose, some might say nonsensical or even hollow, but that's kind of why this movie works. This movie isn't about a straightforward narrative. It's about mood, atmosphere, and a feeling of unease that you can't shake, even after the movie ends. Think about some of the greatest horror films of all time, like Alien. Ridley Scott didn't just show us a space crew running away from a scary monster. He created an environment so thick and suffocating and sinister that by the third act, every shadow, every single sound felt like a threat. The mood drove the narrative in that movie, and Longlegs operates on that same visceral level. But of course, instead of cold spaceship corridors, Longlegs uses wide, empty, flat landscapes and dark, lonely rooms to convey its sense of terror and dread. It's all atmosphere. It's all vibes. It's this slow burn vibe, this slow burn terror that grips you and never lets go. And I love Perkins' storytelling style. He's not spoon-feeding us the plot or over-explaining character motivations. Instead, he's telling you everything you need to know by building this strange, all-consuming, haunting world that pulls you in, whether you allow it to or not. Let's talk about the sound design in the movie, which is completely unique. The sound in Longlegs is a storytelling force. Every crack, every paper shuffle, every panic breath from Micah Monroe's Agent Harker, those sounds don't just amplify the tension. They are the tension. In Longlegs, sound isn't just background, it's a weapon. It's alive. It creeps up behind you and scares the shit out of you. So yeah, this film should be up for Best Sound at the Oscars. Just do it. Then there's the cinematography by DP Andres Aroki. Each frame of Longlegs feels like a painting. I know that's a cliche, but they feel like their own individual pieces of art. Micah Monroe, Agent Harker, is often framed tiny, isolated, swallowed up by massive, shadowy spaces, and that amplifies the character's vulnerability, tells us all we need to know about her headspace, about her sense of alienation. The cinematography helps build the essence of that character, and that's important because she's the character we follow throughout the entire movie. The framing, the color, the shadow work, Aroki has crafted each shot to haunt us, pulling us deeper into the film's creepy vibe. It's Oscar-worthy cinematography, no question. It might be all vibes, but Longlegs stands out as a bold, atmospheric triumph in a year packed with horror movies. It deserves recognition, not just for its technical brilliance, but for the way it reminds us that cinema is about more than story. It's about creating a world, an immersive world, a mood, a feeling, a vibe. So yeah, Perkins, his movie, deserve recognition, not just for the technical skill of the movie, but for pushing the boundaries really of what horror and popular cinema can achieve on a mood level. So yeah, give it Oscars. I hope this inspired you to watch Longlegs again. It's on VOD or whatever. I had a better experience watching it in the theater than I did in my house. I guess it's just something about having it projected on the big screen. It really just swallows you whole, but it's still very effective at home. I would just suggest turning off all the lights, creeping yourself out. Maybe don't eat while you're watching Longlegs. How does he do that thing? Woo. Hey, thanks for watching. As you probably know, this is a super new channel, and I'm having a blast learning, just plowing through my fucking anxiety, trying to make these videos and trying not to stare at the stats all day. So if you like this video, please sub to the channel. I'll post more videos. Let me know what you thought about this video, about Longlegs, or anything else you maybe want me to cover. And if you want more movie takes, you can sub to my Substack for free. There's a link down there. I'm also on Letterboxd. I would love for you to follow me on Letterboxd. I'll follow you back. Let's talk about movies. Real quick, coming up on the channel, I'm going to review Anora. Looks great. And if you're a horror fan, I have some thoughts about the Smile franchise now that Smile 2 is out. So that's cooking. Look for that soon. And I wasn't going to talk about TV much on this channel. This channel is all about movies, but I do want to cover the second season of the Apple TV series Silo on the channel. Just because Silo is one of the most cinematic shows on TV. I really enjoyed the first season. The season 2 looks just as good, so look out for that. Okay, subscribe. We'll talk movies. Thanks.